So we got two souls now speaking simultaneously, mine and hers. Absolutely unwonderful.
So I'm trying to move on into the actual concert. There's some clips of it. This kind of music, that's Hillsongs from Australia. Though they're a Christian music band, what's a church, right? Their quality of music is exceptional. They sell millions and millions all over the world, and they run a yearly Hillsong conference, which the biggest event management company in Australia said they can't manage their conference because their conference runs up to over 100,000 people attending from all over the world every year. They have car park volunteers alone, 3,000 people signing up every year. And their event is amazing. A very close friend of mine who studied there at their Bible college and guitar, he was sharing the story once about excellence, about doing things right when you do shows and stuff like that. They've got like 7, 8 guitarists on stage. Each one plays different things. They've got 2, 3 drummers playing at the same time. And they've got a 200-voice choir. And as you saw, so many different singers with individual microphones. And their setup is huge. You can imagine the number of speakers that they have. And all of that from one conference to the next, that's one event to the next in the same conference. The whole stage is changed and set up in 3 minutes. I don't know how that's possible. They said it takes 3 minutes for them to set up and tear it all down. The whole thing. You've got like, the moment one event finishes, there could be one speaker coming in from the US or something finished, and then the next thing is the band has to go up. The whole thing disappears and a new stage comes up, and they've quickly plugged in everything and they're ready to go 3 minutes block time. And they rehearsed that for a few months, things like that. It's ridiculous. Their level of music, they've taken it way beyond the normal church quality of music, which is fantastic. Some of their musicians are traveling studio musicians, and they do conferences and workshops all over the world. That Dreadlocks guy who's playing the guitar, he's a music director. He just took up the job a few years ago. Out of this world musicians. It's all about quality. It may be that you're just performing, in front of your friends, in front of your others, parents of other students every 3 months. So don't take anything lightly. You might say, "Oh, is this jazz jam? I don't need to rehearse." You'll never ever grow. All of these guys, they started here in order to get to where they are. You talk to any top musician, be it Coldplay, be it any band that you can think of, some of the biggest stars. No one made it big right from day one. So put in the best of your efforts and be all that you possibly can on stage. Otherwise, you're just not going to make it to the other side. You'll always be mediocre. You'll always be, he's okay. That's the kind of feedback that you'll get. You've got to keep pushing. You've got to practice. If these guys practice hours together, when Michael Jackson wanted to do This Is It, his concert, they practiced 16 hours non-stop for over a month. Can you beat it? That's, they all know Michael Jackson is terrible when it comes to working. He's like, he'll be there before everyone else arrives. He's one of those guys. And he'll make sure that if you're not good enough, he'll throw you out even in the last minute. So everyone. But if somebody like Michael Jackson is one of the finest musicians on earth, if he had the need to practice so many hours, Yanni's voices, they practiced for 55 days, he says, every day for 18 hours they clocked it. It's around the clock, and Yanni's there all 18 hours. I don't know what this guy does to survive, right? But that's the quality level that it's no shortcut. Please get that into your heads. Be it one song that you're performing at Just Jam with amateur musicians, don't worry about, oh, either way my band is not great. You do the best that you can, and the rest will fall into place. So keep that in mind as, we all have the desire to become, top musicians. I think that's absolutely important. So keep that in mind. Awesome. Thanks, guys. We start today, Friday.